44 News.
Should we keep paying to station uniformed police officers in our schools? Several Vermont communities have been asking that very question recently. And as Local 44's Mike Hoey shows us tonight, South Burlington is joining them. Mike is live now in the studio with more.
Well, Lauren, at least nationally, supporters of school resource officers have said they provide security and can also improve community relationships with police. Opponents have said cops in schools disproportionately punish low-income students, students of color, and students with disabilities while doing little to nothing for safety. But in South Burlington, the safety piece might not apply at all. Burlington, Montpelier, and Winooski, to name a few, have been debating their school resource officer programs recently. South Burlington's SROs may not be tasked with doing the same things as their counterparts in much of the country.
I know that their job description right now is not as having any role really in security or any deep role in security other than, sort of forming relationships and hoping to kind of head off any problems that could happen.
That's why we've put in place these security protocols. That's why we've hardened the entrances.
That's right.
And in terms of the relationships, I mean, were this to happen, were the SROs to move out of the schools, that could still be done from the police department.
A school board member reported that on Monday night, at least one city council member asked in their meeting if there were any concrete benefits to having school resource officers.
And I have not been contacted or emailed from anyone in the city. And I don't believe, any of the administrators have either. I'll probably connect with the administrators a little bit, and we may need to talk a little bit more with Chief Burke.
South Burlington High School Principal Patrick Burke said he has no interest in bullies with badges and that students have often benefited from SROs. But he added because he's a white man, his personal relationship with police may affect his view of the issue.
My students and other members of the community, especially students of color and people of color, may have a different perspective, and I think we need to pay attention to that and listen to that.
Now, the South Burlington School Board members aren't in a position to make any decisions about the future of their school resource officers right now. They're in the process of developing a framework document that would list how any decision-making process they would go into would be carried out. Live in the studio, Mike Hoey, Local 44 News.
The Community College of Vermont is celebrating its 50th anniversary, and what better way than to celebrate